All right, so you ready to go a little deeper on this Mickey 17 film, huh? Well, strap in because we're diving deep. We've been all over Screen Rant's take. And let me tell you, it's gotten pretty interesting.
It really grabs you from the get-go. The whole idea of using clones, expendable ones at that,
Yeah.
for these dangerous missions, it's a lot to unpack.
Oh, absolutely. And Screen Rant really gets into it. They talk about Mickey 17. He's like the seventh version of this clone, right? And what's wild is that he starts to kind of, wake up a bit. He's questioning everything like, why am I here? What's the point of all this kind of thing? And that's where things get really interesting, right? I mean, if you could just make copies of a person, send them out on suicide missions, what does that even mean for, like, the value of human life?
Exactly. It really makes you question what individuality even means. Like, you have a clone, maybe even with all your memories. Does that make them you, or are you just another copy?
And that's what I think makes Mickey 17 so cool. It's not just spaceships and lasers. It's really getting at something deeper. Especially with a title like Mickey 17. It's like, do you even have a name when you're just a number? And you've got some serious talent bringing this all to life. I mean, Robert Pattinson, Naomi Ackie. We're talking Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette, Mark Ruffalo.
It's an incredible cast. And with Bong Joon-ho at the helm, you know you're in for something that'll stick with you. Look at his other films like Parasite. He doesn't just tell a story, he makes you think about the bigger picture.
Right, like that whole thing about class, how he wove that in. It's brilliant. So you take a mind like that, give him a concept like expendable clones. I have a feeling we're in for quite a ride.
Especially when you consider that Mickey's 17. He's got all these memories. Screen Rant mentions he remembers his past iterations. Imagine that. Carrying 6 other lives, 6 deaths with you.
Whoa, yeah, that's got to mess you up. It's not just one life, one set of experiences. It's like this echo chamber of, I don't know, past selves. Does that make him more than one person? Or is there something unique that's still him?
That's the question, isn't it? How do you even begin to make sense of that, of being a collection of memories? And how would Bong Joon-ho even show that on screen?
And knowing Bong Joon-ho, we're talking some seriously striking imagery. Like, how do you even begin to visually represent those memories? It's going to be wild. But it's not just what's going on inside his head, right? Screen Rant mentions this planet, Niflheim, where they send Mickey. It's basically a frozen wasteland, not exactly a vacation spot.
You start to wonder why even bother sending anyone there, even a clone. What's so important about this, what do they call it, Niflheim? And then, like we were talking about, what happens when those memories kick in, when you remember dying, like 6 times already?
Right. Screen Rant, I think it was toward the end of the article, they said, Mickey 17 is starting to realize why this job, this like being Mickey thing was always open. He's number 7, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah, that was a chilling line. Like, it's not just a job. It's almost like being Mickey is a death sentence in itself.
Totally. And if you've got the memories, the fear, the pain from those past Mickeys,
yeah,
wouldn't you run? I mean, that's 6 other yous telling you to get out of Dodge.
Especially if you start to think maybe it's not just an accident, like you're being sent there to die. It makes you question the whole ethics of this clone thing. If it can think, if it can feel, can we really just use it up and toss it aside?
It's that power dynamic, right? Like in Parasite. Bong Joon-ho, he's a master at showing how easily people can be exploited. But this is a whole other level.
What's fascinating is it's always more than just the exploitation, isn't it? With Bong Joon-ho, there's always another layer. It's like he's got his finger on the pulse of something we don't want to admit about ourselves.
Yeah, he's not afraid to show the dark side of humanity.
Yeah.
The manipulation, the cruelty. But he does it in a way that's just, like, undeniably captivating. It's like he's saying, hey, this could be us, right? Like, how far would we go? Would we sacrifice morality for progress?
And with all the technology we've got, that line is getting blurrier by the day. Imagine, creating something that can think and feel just to use it like, I don't know, a tool.
It's kind of terrifying when you really think about it. But that's what good sci-fi does, right?
Yeah.
Forces you to look at those things.
And with a director like Bong Joon-ho, we're not going to get off easy. He's going to make us work for it.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to spell it out for us. There are going to be twists, turns. We'll be guessing till the very end, I'm sure.
And all along, he's going to be asking us to take a look in the mirror. Are we part of the problem?
So we've got a movie that's visually going to be stunning, an incredible cast, a director who knows how to get us talking. Mickey 17 is shaping up to be, something else.
One of those films that you just, you keep thinking about it long after it's over.
Definitely. January 31st, 2025. Mark it down. That's when Mickey 17 hits theaters. But here's something to chew on until then. Imagine you're Mickey, right? You know what you know. Would you just accept your fate? Or would you try to break free, even if it meant risking everything? Keep those brain cells firing, and we'll catch you in the next deep dive.